On the Rural Radio Network, and it's time to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. Kyle, we're seeing a little bit of support in today's market after last week's sell-off. Tell me what's going on.
Well, yeah, we are seeing a little bit of support here, but all in all, it's just trading inside Friday's range. Now, we've covered a lot of ground here today. This December contract, high at 238.20 on down to 236.47.5. Not quite a $2 range there, but back up here towards the upper end of the trading range, up 25 cents here at 237.70. Looks like the spreads are getting sold off here just a little bit. Today is the first day of the Goldman roll, where they're going to be getting out of those October contracts, moving out to those deferreds. But those deferred spreads are getting hit just a little bit harder. That Dece versus Feb is losing 25 cents. That Feb versus April is losing 25 cents as well. So seeing a little bit of commercial sell pressure out there in those live cattle spreads here as we see the non-commercial buying here. I think basically what we did is we ran out of we had a lack of buyers here. Now this morning, the October, the cash contract here did take out a 2-month uptrend line, which was at 235.45 here this morning. Like to see us close back above that. The next chart level that we should really be looking at here as far as December goes is down at the 100-day moving average at 216.88. We've got a long ways these markets can set back here before we start violating any technical uptrends or anything like that. So we've got a long ways down here before we could really confirm that there's a top in place in this market. Now, cash this week so far has been called steady to weaker. Still looking at the box beef. We did see box beef get hit pretty hard here last week. We were down week over week, and we were down again here on Friday. Now, today here at noon, we're up 82 cents on choice and up $2.28 on the select. So I would look for that box beef to kind of keep working its way lower here off these highs, and then see what kind of value the end users can kind of get in there and see what consumers are looking to buy again.
Well, thank you, Kyle. That's livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. If you'd like to talk to him about the markets, call him at 308-708-7340. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.
Here on the Rural Radio Network Roadshow, we're visiting with Dominic Lucero. Let's learn a little bit more about you. What are you studying here at NCTA?
I am a ag production systems major, so I study all the irrigation mechanics and normal mechanics, and I do welding.
What's it been like for you, the hands-on experience, actually working on a pivot? Not many people can say they've done that in their college education.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really engaging. It helps you stay out of the classroom. It really hands-on, and not only that, we worked with the small engines. You had to build one, you had to take one apart and then build it back up, and other things like you actually got frames to do your electrical work for AC and DC power that we have to take. It was really nice.
What's your dream career?
As of right now, I want to open up a dealership, a Valley dealership. That is the goal. Get my own employees and then work on my own pivots, my own customers.
Well, it's good to visit with you about your experience here at the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture. We continue our Rural Radio Network Roadshow.
Welcome back. I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time to take a look at your markets. Corn futures are narrowly mixed here with some two-sided action coming in after some early weakness as we expect harvest pressure to pick up soon. The weekly crop progress report will likely show steady conditions and just behind average development and early harvest. The first export inspections of the crop year are strong at 1.4 million metric tons, starting at 110% of last year's pace. Soybeans are mixed to higher. The forecast warms up through this week for most, which should push maturity a bit, with the weekly report expecting to show steady conditions and development right in line with the 5-year average. And we saw inspections, export inspections starting at 452,151 metric tons. That's 90% of the first week last year for soybeans. And wheat futures are 3 to 7 cents higher. And we've seen some light short covering to start the week as we remain oversold with the dollar at the lower end of the range. December corn is up 1 1/4 at 4.19 1/4. March up 1/2 at 4.37. November soybeans are up 2 1/2 at 10.29 1/2. In January up 2 1/2 at 10.48. Chicago December wheat up 3 1/2 at 5.22 3/4. March up 3 3/4 at 5.39 1/2. Kansas City December wheat up 7 3/4 at 5.13. March up 7 1/2 at 5.33 1/4. October live cattle are up 70 cents at 236.67. December up 80 at 238.27. September feeders are up 247 at 362.30. October up 290 at 360.80. December lean hogs up 7 cents at 88.40. February up 35 at 90.72. And class 3 milk for October is up 4 cents at 16.93. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.